I was at the house last night, and I do a lot of laughing in my life, like a lot of laughing. And one of my housemates was like, "You sure do like to laugh a lot, don't you?" And I was like, "Yep." I literally laugh probably every 5 minutes about something stupid or something I think of or something I see. It's like, how do you laugh so much? Like, how do you find things so funny all the time? And I was like, well, the first way I do that is by laughing at myself. I have found that dark humor especially is a coping mechanism for life, and that you need to have it. It's important to have light humor, and it's important to have dark humor. They both have a place in your life. And when I learned to laugh at myself, that gave me the ability to laugh at everything and everyone else that it's so easy for me. I literally can't go 5 minutes without laughing. It's seriously one of the best medicines out there. It really is. They say laughter is the best medicine because it brings joy, and then joy brings peace. Peace brings love. So there's a set of virtues that go into laughter, or come out of laughter, I should say, and it's extremely important to your well-being. There's been many times where I've been in incredibly dark places in my life, some of the darkest places I've ever been, and I think what kept me going a lot of the time is the fact that I learned to laugh at my tragedy and my chaos much of the time. There would be times where I would be so distraught, so damn distraught, so let down, so just distraught. And something incredibly petty and stupid would happen. Like one of the smallest things ever would happen, and it would just make me bust out laughing. And when that would happen, I would have just enough healing, just enough reinvigoration to take some steps forward, even if they're baby steps. It kept me going a lot of the time. Lots of the times when it would be one thing after another repetitiously in my life, it would happen enough, and I wouldn't just get a case of the F-its, but I would get a case of, this is so stupid that I can't even believe it's happening type shit. And I would just laugh at it. I would just laugh at how it's been one thing after another, and it's like life has some comedy act against me, and it just wants to kick me in the balls all the time. It becomes humorous sometimes. And then when you throw on top of that the way the Lord works, because he has a very cosmic sense of humor, like I've mentioned before. He really does. He has a sense of, so does the devil. The devil has a very sick, twisted sense of humor. God has a very cosmic sense of humor. But the enemy's is different. But when you mix both of them into the equation, you can find hilarity in almost anything that happens. Tragedy, blessings, good things, bad things. I'm not gonna lie, and we've all done it. I've laughed at some horrible stuff before. You've done it, I've done it, we've all done it. But I've also laughed at my own tragedy much of the time. I've just been like, wow, that was stupid, but it was kind of funny. When my car broke down on the freeway, after about a week of it, I thought back on it, and I was like, it makes perfect sense that this would happen to me. And I was sitting in inpatient at St. Elizabeth's. I'll never forget it. I was sitting on my bed, and I was thinking about how it's just done one thing repetitiously after another, and then the car breaks down to just put the icing on the cake. And I was like, I sat there and I just thought about how stupid it was. At first I just laughed a little bit, and then I started to really laugh about it. And I was like, it just makes sense in the grand scheme of things that would be the ending to it all. That would be the punchline. Hey, I'm taking your car from you too, by the way. Have fun on the streets. It's just so bogus, dude. So bogus. I felt like I did so wrong and dirty. I understand why it happened, but I just felt so cheated that it was comical. It's a coping mechanism too, the dark humor, like I said before. There's something special about being able to take your darkness and laugh at it, or just laugh in its face. Like, when you can do that, you know that you have gained some good power over it. That doesn't control everything in your life. You can laugh at, you can look back on your past, look at all the horrific stuff. Like, sometimes I look at some of the drug using situations that I've been in, and I just laugh at how stupid I acted, or how stupid somebody else acted, or how stupid a situation turned out. Even some of these tragic situations, what led up to them, and even them themselves were hilarious in a lot of different ways. Yeah, they sucked, but there was a lot of things that were kind of funny about it. Even when I look back at some of the times where I just bled myself and just was losing my mind in my car, like, it was comical when I think about it, because I think about a child just kicking and screaming, like, just had it with all the shite, and just throwing a grand mal temper tantrum. Like, it's comical. It really is comical how human beings act out. Like, sometimes we act out in rage and anger. Sometimes we act out in sorrow and sadness and cry. We'll yell, we'll cry, and sometimes we'll just laugh. Just laugh at it, like, whatever. Man, I'm telling you, like I told this guy, laughter is seriously so important. It's gotten me through some very tragic times. It's gotten me through some very hard times. Even when I think back on some of the stuff that happened between me and Serena, some of it was incredibly fucked up and sad. But some of it was hilarious. We had a lot of good times, too. One of the things I really miss about Serena was wrestling with her. She was strong for a woman. Didn't take no guff. But, like, the first time she tried to wrestle me, she thought she was tougher than me. I was like, you are out of your mind. Let's do this. She tried to pin me. I broke out of that shit so quick. And I just pinned her down with everything I had. Just laid her out. She struggled, couldn't get out. Couldn't grab anything, couldn't do nothing. Tried to use her strength against me. I was like, man, you don't know who you're dealing with. I look a lot stronger than I am, lady. She'd be like, lady. I missed it. I missed wrestling with her. I'll never forget those moments. Like, it's important. Even when we look on past relationships or past experiences that left us deeply scarred and hurt, at first at least, when that's, like, when you're starting to heal from that, it's important to look back on the good times and to laugh at the good times and smile about the good times you had. And you don't just take in the evil and the darkness and the bad, you take in the good too. Like, relationships, they're usually not just bad. And what I had with her wasn't just bad. There was a lot of good there too. And I had forgotten that. I had forgotten that over, like, yeah, I would think about how we had good times, but I forgot about them at the same time. I've hyper-focused on the bad all the time. I hyper-focused on the ending. The end, how it ended, how we just did ourselves dirty and wrong in the end and just hurt each other left and right on purpose. And, like, that's all I focused on. But then I thought about, I had so many good times too. Like, in that year, we shared so many good moments, so many hilarious moments, because she was a joker too, and sometimes I would just fudge with her just to get a rise out of her, and she did the same to me. We did this one thing where, like, I would give her this look that would make her, like, feel like a teenage girl again. She'd get all blushy and stuff. Just give her, like, this, yeah, I'm really into you look. She'd be like, stop it. And then she'd just start giggling like a child and shit. Like, I loved it, man. I loved it. I ate that up. That's the kind of thing I live for. So, like, it's important. It's important to not just focus on the bad and to laugh whenever we can. Like, I try to laugh whenever it's possible. If you know me, you know that I'm somebody that likes to laugh. I like to enjoy myself. I like to have fun. I like to make light of situations, even tragic ones. Like, yeah, there's a time and place for seriousness, but there's also a time and place to be lighthearted as possible. Even stupid sometimes. If you could make others laugh too, like, that's so great. There's a reason why we have comedians. Like, laughter is powerful. It's very powerful. It's a driving force in this world. There's a reason why God gave it. He gave us the ability to laugh and have that exhilaration. It's important to our well-being. So yeah, I laugh all the time because I love to laugh. It's very healing and therapeutic. And it goes hand in hand with dark humor and light humor. Like, these things need each other. There's a balance, of course, but like, you need both. And so I laugh all the time.